Then friends, today we have the newspaper of 5th June, and the first news is about the BJP falsehood needs allies to guard. Friend, this is the recent outcome of election of 18th Lok Sabha seat, and in that seat BJP gets out by 32 seats of margin of majority, which is 272, and the India bloc that led by Congress has secured 234 seats, that gain likely 99 seats in Lok Sabha by Congress. That is a increment in the seats of Congress as compared to the election of 2019. Talking about the allies of BJP, first one is the Chandrababu Naidu and second is Nitish. They represent the political parties of TDP in Andhra Pradesh and the JDU in the Bihar. Now, what change will come into the policy of government and how the BJP government responds to the directions in the seat of Lok Sabha is a matter of public committee and the review committee of BJP. After all, India again chosen BJP as a single largest party and has a right to form government. Now it's remain to be seen how BJP put forth his policy of a strong center and a strong foreign policy. Move on to the next. Here, the detailed analysis of BJP's and the India Alliance and the and India Alliance has been given here. How and who will win? Who is the against BJP? Who will get how much vote in their respective states? This is about the India Alliance. In Alliance, AAP get 3 vote, JMM get 3 vote, Left get 8 vote, RJD get 4 seats of MP, NCP Sharad Pawar get 8 seat of Lok Sabha, and Shiv Sena Uddhav get 9 seat, DMK get by 22 seats, and Samajwadi Party gets 37 seat, and INC get 99 seats. This is the NDA, this is the Indie block, and here it is on the state wise which political alliance get more number of seats, which more number of seats and their percentage from their previous election, and it's give the clarity for the assessment for both the parties that where they need to work and next time go with the more enthusiasm. This is the again Asuddin Owaisi from Hyderabad, AIM leader, has won his constituency. Shashi Tharoor has won his constituency. Supriya Sule has won his constituency, and Mamta Moitra, she is in news in past due to the privacy breach, so the security breach and the privilege breach of member of parliament. She given access to a renowned businessmen, and that is the breach of privilege of a member of parliament, and in that case she found guilty and terminated the committee has terminated the membership of Mova Mitra. She is in back in the member of in parliament from the Tamil Nadu, from the TMC from the West Bengal. Akhilesh Yadav won his seat. These are the people who lost their seat. Mehbooba Mufti from Jammu and Kashmir, and he is lost on the seat of Anantnag Rajouri. Kanhaiya Kumar from Congress, Delhi North East, and Prajwal Revanna, Bhupesh Baghel, Smriti Irani. This article is about how India read the election, how the BJP reads the result. And in this editorial, the author and the editor talk about the deep analysis why this result came and the reason for why BJP score so low in this election, and as they are campaigning toward 400 crores and they have campaigning that whatever you have done, the Modi will retain in power. And there are some key issues that are forgotten by the NDA alliance, especially the BJP, and that are their policy in the employment, in the inflation, in economic aspect that impact the people on ground level. Like imagine a poor family and a family of low income, what they needed their economic progress, their health, their family keep going, and their bread and butter earning concept. And right now the situation has changed. Commodities price are getting rise, and somewhere people realize this and vote on this concept. This is the article and news. Change wear the deceptive mask of continuity. The result passes the beginning of the end of Modi era and also the decade-long dominations of the BJP. He talk about that the decision taken by the Modi government are not much productive and fruitful. Result are not given to the country due to some of their some of their decisions. And in a way the decision are also signify the arrogance and the dominance of Mr. Modi, and the excessive use of government agencies in this election are proved to be against of ruling government. This news is about the Sukhoi fighter jet get crashes in Nasik, and as Indian defense forces are headed toward the modernization, there is a strong need of modernization of defense forces of India, and in that list the Air Force needed funds, needed technology, needed aircraft carriers, because as in news we perceive a lot of accident of aircraft, because that most of the our aircraft are on the age of retired, and they just not has that much of technological expertise as per the requirement of challenges of today. So the substitution can be the modernization, the indigenizations, and the excessive use of Tejas can replace this. But for that, we need a large number of manufacturing unit of Tejas and fourth generation, also the fourth generation fighter jet of India. This is news about that Sensex slides as BJP to rely on allies. Like IT firm saw deal recovery, say BNP Paribas. We have we have regained top spot in medium heavy commercial vehicle bus segment. Ashok Leyland Group chief Dheeraj Hinduja shared with the call in business meet. And this news is about Netherlands turned third largest export destination, and with Netherlands we just export, and in this export this include the petroleum product of worth 14.29 billion dollars, electronic goods, chemical and pharmaceuticals last year. India has the trade plus of Netherlands, which rose to the 17.4 billion in financial year 2024 from 13 billion in financial year 2023. Sri Lanka deploy army after 26 die in monsoon storm. And Pentagon chief in Colombo to bolster ties with the Eastern China ally. US Defense Secretary Lord Austin visit Cambodia to in Tuesday to have research ties with the staunch Chinese ally. Washington's relationship with Southeast Asian nations has been deteriorating for years, with China pouring in billions of dollars in infrastructure investment under Cambodian former leader Hun Sen. Next, human hundreds in emergency shelter after Philippine volcano erupt. At least 2,800 people have moved into emergency center on Tuesday after a volcano erupted in the central Philippines, Mount Calon. Friend, remember the name Mount Calon. It can be asked in any questions. On Negorio on Negros Island exploded for 6 minutes on Monday, sending a pump of ash, rocks, and gas 5 kilometers into sky. The state volcano agency said more eruptions were possible. And the question can be asked in the form of that the Mount Calon on Negros Island is a volcano that is in news continuously. It is situated in Japan, Philippines, Colombo, Indonesia. So the answer will be Philippines. Move on to the next news. As the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on Tuesday on the visit of China, and where he talked about the unsinkable relation of Pakistan and China, and why Pakistan is going there, simply they need, due to their economic condition, they need more funds, more uh, FDI from the China. And he also talked about the China Pakistan Economic Corridor Phase 2, which is assumed that there will be a game changing for Pakistan and China, and millions of dollar come in this CPAC. But for the time being, CPAC is not very much fruitful and given productive result to the Pakistan as well as for rest of countrymen. Move on to the next. Israeli mourn dead hostage as major powers seek Gaza ceasefire. The war between Israel and Palestine has been exceeded more than months, and the action taken by Israeli defense forces are very strong, very offensive. In that way, they just have in the mood of completely clean up the problem this time. And despite their all efforts, they are not getting back their hostages of October 7. And as they intensify their actions, and the actions are have impact on innocent peoples or innocent people, children of Palestine. And many international authorities like UN, UNHRC, and International Court of Justice, along with many strong countries, US, France, and the Western Europe countries, want to make a ceasefire between Israel and Palestine and agree on two-state solution. It remains to be seen how Israel react to this situation. For the time being, I don't think that Israel will consider the ceasefire as an option. They just have a plan to annihilate the northern border, and in northern border they have to fight with the Lebanon and Hezbollah, that has the proxy ally of Iran. Why they just have maintained the silence over their northern border? Due to they have the problem with the southern border, that is in from Gaza and from the Hamas outfit. Now they just have exercised the full control over the Israel in the southern region too. Now they are more leverage, more freedom, and have can concentrate on the northern border of Israeli in a more aggressive way. This is news about sort on troops. Australia open military to non-citizens residents from 5 All the member of all the citizens of 5 countries who are living in the Australia for 12th month, more than 12 months, can apply to have the serving in the Australian Defence Services. Due, why they are doing so? Because they needed the manpower, as Australia being a quad country or being a member of 5 they just expanding their defense budget, and they have inducting state of the art submarines fleet and jet aircraft, or the state of the art defense technologies, but they have lack of manpower, and they just need soldiers to fight on ground. uh, for an account, only 90,000 soldiers or personnel are in Australian Defence Forces, which include the reserve personnel too. Move on to the next. China boat sees supply to the outpost. Recently, in South China Sea, China's dominance are and the evidence of Chinese dominance are getting, and everyone getting the example by day passes of every day. Recently, Chinese defense personnel and People Liberation Army has hold the supply to the outposts, and this is an triggering points that provoke to provoke Philippines to come into the action, as Philistine has a defense pact with the US, and in South China Sea, China simply maintain the hegemony of China, and they just follow the nine dash line, or they just keep that everything belong to the China. In that way, they bully all their neighbor, irrespective of their defense pact with the US or they have huge military ties. Move on to the next. This is from sports section. Global interest spikes as Rohit Mans are all set for World Cup kickoff. Next is about injured Djokovic withdraw from Roland Garros, go to meet Swiatek in the semi-final. This is about Pragnanda added to the miseries of the woefully out of form winning in American tournament. Grandmaster Arjun Erigasis break into world's top 5. Lakshya Sen in second round of Indonesian Open. That's from my side. See you soon. Jai Hind.